Welcome to Joseph's News. Here we bring you all the latest information around the campus. We aim to keep you updated, informed, and engaged. I'm Shoaib Shakil, and I'll guide you through this week's campus news headlines. Prajwal Tenginkai of St. Joseph's University proudly represented India at the Youth Exchange Program in Vietnam. The School of Social Work performed the street play on the theme Violence Against Women in India. The Department of Zoology and Department of Environmental Science of St. Joseph's University hosted a talk on the Ganga River Rejuvenation Project, highlighting how river water pollution has affected the farmers of the country. Elixir 2024 celebrated its second edition with an intellectual showcase of campus-wide knowledge. Prajwal T, an NCC cadet from St. Joseph's University, represented India at the Youth Exchange Program hosted in Vietnam, a testament to his leadership and dedication. His selection for this esteemed opportunity highlights his commitment to excellence and service. He takes on this international role, setting an example with his significant achievement. Now let's hear from our on-site reporter, Shruti.
Hello, welcome Prajwal to Joseph's News. So you represented India and SJU at Vietnam. So how was your experience?
Okay. My experience has been wonderful, starting with the selection of getting selected to represent India at first. I was in Delhi for Republic Day camp. That is where the selection takes place. The selection, basically have written tests, we have drill tests, we have firing. Since I was a part of basket, we had firing and group discussions and interviews with the army officers. So they conduct a test and they form a merit list that has people from all over the country to represent India. And since my name was called out in the delegation for Vietnam, I was very happy that I get a chance to represent India. So on the 4th of August, we landed in Vietnam, in Hanoi, the capital city of Vietnam. And the gestures that was shown to us by the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union of Vietnam was something that we'll cherish for the rest of our life. And the bond that we shared among our delegation, that was also something that is very close to my heart. And so
Since you mentioned that there were cadets from all parts of the country, so how was your experience meeting them and how was it different?
Okay. So I think one or two of them I had met in January, but the rest 10 of them I hadn't met them. And so once we got there were people from 13 different states. So there's a mix of culture, mix of tradition, mix of languages, and everyone is out of their comfort zone because there is no one that you can talk to about your own place. So you're forced to look into other people's lives and look into how they've lived. Having people coming from such a diverse place and still managing to build a team in such a short span of time to present a wonderful to showcase India as a great significant part of the world to Vietnam. It was a very wonderful journey, and all of them were very I was very blessed to be with all of them.
So lastly, since you represent India and SJU, so do you have any takeaways from your visit?
And definitely, I have quite a few of them, but the most significant that struck to me was I'll just give a small incident that people there are very warmth and very innocent. Usually when people walk up to you here, you think that with anything, with the innocence that they have, you think they'll have something at the back of their mind that they want to play. But there I felt the same. But when three young kids, they walked up to us, and the eldest might be 10 years old, and they asked us if they can practice their English with us, because English is not a very spoken language in Vietnam. So they asked if they can practice English with us, and they kept on asking us questions about just our hobbies and everything, just to know more about us. That was a part, that innocence is something that we need to take away from them. And the management of the youth unions there, it is about basically what you can give the society and not you can take from it. That was my main takeaway from the entire youth exchange program.
This was Shruti Srivastava with camera person Amrutha GP.
The School of Social Work presented a street play to raise awareness on the ongoing violence against women in India. The play aimed to inspire a collective action against violence towards women through impactful storytelling. Let's know more from our ground reporter Fiona.
Good morning, this is Fiona was reporting live from St. Joseph's University, and today we have Professor Rajendra with us from the School of Social Work. So sir, what do you think are the biggest problems India faces in stopping violence against women, and how can we fix them?
It is basically patriarchy. That's the main reason all these things are happening. The second important reason is that violation of constitutional rights. It's clear human rights violation when it's come down to attack on women, rape on women, abusing women. All this should have been dealt by the systems and structure. The government is actually failing to protect the women. One side it is actually the traditional systems, customs and norms affecting the women, diluting the women's rights. The other side is that this patriarchy is quite widespread, and there is not much attempts to dilute the patriarchal systems. So that's something is a major challenge. Its entire constitution machinery, especially the judiciary can actually take up this kind of issues, suo motu cases, and do this. Civil society is also not playing its role. That is another important reason. They should actually make lot of noise, protest against these kinds of violations. The third is that the police system itself is corrupt. They should have actually protected the rights of citizens. So police is also equally insensitive, negligent in protecting this. Then the policy makers not bothered. So entire system is actually failed to address this issue. That's what we see repeatedly: attack on women, rape on women, and their representation in assembly and parliament is denied. So all these are actually, it's not just one factor, it's multiple factors which are responsible for attack on women, and their rights are being taken away by somebody.
Thank you so much, sir. This is reporter Fiona was along with camera person Rhea signing off.
Renowned scholars Dr. Ruchi Badola and Dr. S.A. Hussain from the Wildlife Institute of India delivered a talk on Saturday with the students from the Department of Zoology and Department of Environmental Science. The talk highlighted how river water pollution has affected the farmers of the country. Dr. Badola gave the students an insight into the progress of the project and how students can contribute to the cause. Let's hear more from our ground reporter Sadika.
Hello Josephite, I'm currently with Dr. Ruchi Batola, who is the Dean of Wildlife Institution of India and part of the Ganga River Rejuvenation Project. So, welcome ma'am. So ma'am, what is the status of the project?
So, we work on rivers. So, Ganga project is one project which was the pioneering project. So, that project is almost, done more than halfway. Apart from that, we are working on 7 other rivers through the National River Conservation Directorate. And for those 7 rivers, we have completed the reporting of 3 rivers, that is Periyar, Godavari and Bara. And now we are completing the surveys and the samplings and the lab analysis of the 4 other rivers, which includes the Kaveri, the Mahanadi, the Narmada, and the Pamba.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So, how can student contribute in this project?
I think it's all being done by the students only. I have about in these 2 projects, and there's a third one on Jalaj, which is on livelihood and rivers. So I think in all we have more than 180 students working. And as I told just now to the students, that even as individuals and citizens, everybody can make a contribution to the conservation of rivers. But apart from that, the students, because there is a lack of capacity to work on freshwater ecosystems. The students, through their dissertations, through their studies, through the choices they make in their PhD topics, can actually do a lot to fulfill this gap.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm reporter Sadika Dasgupta, along with camera person Kushal Verma.
SGU hosted the second edition of Elixir 2024 on August 9th, providing a platform for all the departments to showcase their respective fields of study. It was an intellectual exhibition entailing 119 exhibit stalls and 27 allotments targeted towards the PUC students. Let's hear from our ground reporter Nidhi in conversation with the PU students.
Hello Josephites, this is your reporter Nidhi covering live from Elixir program. So we have St. Joseph's PU students. Hello.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name is Sahani Chetri.
Okay. Is this your first year coming to Elixir program?
Yes,
How was your experience?
it was really good.
Okay.
We didn't expect it like this. It's very first time for us to come here to meet many new people and see all the stuffs.
What was the Elixir experience you had? How was the program?
It was really good, and it's like emotional to open up our emotions and speak to everyone. It's comfortable with every single one. That's nice.
Do you want to
Yeah, it's pretty good. So we just visited 2 blocks, so we are ready to visit another block. So we are waiting for.
Okay, which part of the program do you like? Like which inspire you to pursue higher education?
For me, it's a psychology fact. There is a fun games,
Okay.
and to pay there is a giving a reward like chocolates, and it's nice to play.
This is your reporter Nidhi signing off with camera person Sherin.
We hope that you found today's broadcast informative. Stay updated on weekly campus occurrences with Joseph's News. Thank you for watching. This is your anchor, Shoaib, signing off.